He polished the blade of his ice skate until it shone like a mirror. Tilting it toward his face, he pried open his mouth, and finally saw the source of the agony that had made his life hell. A rotting tooth that had eaten its way through his gums. Alone and stranded on a deserted island with no doctor to turn to, Jack had only one option: to deal with it himself. Enduring searing pain, he wedged the ice blade between his teeth, then gripped a stone from the ground. With a roar and an explosion of blood, the tooth flew from his mouth, and Jack collapsed to the ground. But compared with the fate of his other shipwrecked colleagues, the fact that Jack was still alive was misfortune turned blessing. When the waves first cast him ashore, he had no idea he'd landed on an uninhabited island. Only after scouring every inch of the terrain did the grim reality sink in. For survival, he had no choice but to help himself. After scratching out an SOS signal, he dragged every item from the beach up to dry land. He assumed rescue would come quickly, but as days passed, the ocean swallowed his hope. Still, he refused to give up. Gathering a pile of wooden logs, he reviewed the mistakes from last time and placed the signal in a safer spot. With the rescue sign taken care of, his next challenge was food. While searching along the shoreline, Jack stumbled upon a stash of lost parcels. But just as he hauled them back to camp, a sudden, thunderous noise erupted ahead. It could mean the presence of a wild animal, so he moved cautiously, every sense on high alert. Picking up a coconut from the sand, he discovered the true source of the sound, though he didn't yet realize that the hard shell of a coconut would bring its own misery. No matter how much strength he poured into it, he couldn't crack a single one. Lifting a rock high, he smashed it down on the shell. After 3 tries, the rock splintered apart, but in his misfortune, there was a stroke of luck. One jagged shard of stone, sharp as a razor, finally let him drink his first sip of sweet coconut water. With his thirst quenched, a new problem surfaced: finding something to eat. During his search, he stumbled on a cave hidden among the rocks, but Jack didn't rush inside. Instead, he decided to first climb to the mountaintop to assess exactly what kind of place he had found himself in.